This video goes over lesson 5 in unit 7 and is on page 11 of your packet. Okay, so this lesson is all about writing polynomial functions. This should look very familiar to you because you've done something just like this before. So notice the two steps at the top. It says turn the zeros into factors and multiply the factors together. So that is specific to the directions that say write a polynomial function of least degree with zeros at 5, 1, and -3. Write your answer in standard form, which, by the way, I'm looking at example 2 because it deals with 3 zeros. The number 1 is just like it. You're just actually dealing with a little bit easier multiplication. You can check the key that's posted on the website if you would like to see what that answer looks like from 1. Okay, so example 2. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to convert these zeros to factors. So I know that there's going to be 3 of them. So it's going to be y equals, and then we're going to have 3 factors. So if the 0 is 5, meaning the x-intercept is 5, the factor that goes with that is x minus 5. So remember, it's always going to be x and then change the sign on the 0. So if the 0 is 1, then it's going to be x minus 1. And if the 0 is -3, it's going to be x plus 3. So then now it says to write your answer in standard form, which if you notice up here is all multiplied out. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is multiply, or the next thing we're going to have to do is multiply these things out. So there's 3 things being multiplied, and anytime you're multiplying 3 things together, you want to multiply 2 of them and then multiply by the third one. So I'm going to start by multiplying these 2 right here. So I'm going to do everybody meets everybody. So x meets x, x meets -1, -5 meets x, and -5 meets -1. I'm going to go ahead and add my like terms. Now I'm going to multiply by that third one. So I'm going to still do everybody meets everybody. X squared meets x, x squared meets 3, -6x meets x, -6x meets 3, 5 meets x, and 5 meets 3. Okay, so now we're just going to clean it up, add up all of our like terms. X cubed has no like terms. We have like terms here and here. So we should get this. And then we're done because it's in standard form. So those first couple of examples were just given the zeros. On examples 3 and 4, we're given zeros and a point that the graph goes through. So it's slightly different because now we have an a value. We have y equals a, and we find that a by using the given point. So this part should look familiar. Plug in our we have 2 factors because we have 2 zeros. So we plug in our zeros and we get x minus 1 and x minus 4. And then this point is my x, y values. So I'm going to take that x and y and I'm going to plug it in everywhere I see an x and y. And then just think to yourself, what makes sense to do next? Well, looking at this, I think it makes sense to simplify inside those parentheses. Notice these 3 things are being multiplied together, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply the parts I can. 2 times -1. So I have 2 equals a times -2. I'm trying to get a by itself, so if it's 2 times, or -2 times a, I'm going to divide by -2. So a is -1. So I plug that in to my original equation that I had in place of the a, and then that would be my answer. So once again, example 4 can be found in the packet, if you want to go ahead and try that one out, and then you can look up the packet and check to see if you did it correctly. Part 2 will have examples 5 and 6.